Hi all. So basically this video is just about how it is studying at UCT in 2018, what it's really like being here. And please, I'm going to be scrolling through some pictures because I bet you don't want to look at the wall all the time, so I'm going to be going through some pictures. But so this video, I'm going to be explaining what it's really like studying here at UCT, but also it's my personal perception as a postgrad student. So I started studying here this year, 2018, and I didn't really have an expectation. Like there was no expectation towards what I expected from UCT, how it's going to be. If anything, I was super excited, and it was kind of like a given that um, I'd have to work hard, right? Because of my previous studies, which wasn't at UNISA, which was, sorry, excuse me, which wasn't at UCT, which was actually at UNISA. So, anyway, so I think that an outside perspective of UCT is, or at least my outside perspective of UCT is so much different. Last year, I wasn't studying at UCT, and I had all these perceptions about what's going on for students that's studying at UCT while I was studying at UNISA. But this year I started with classes, my block classes, and it was fine. It was tiring. I was exhausted and drained at the end of the block classes, but I thought it was normal. Um, I must say I did freak out a bit, but it was all internally. So all of my emotions and everything, I dealt with it internally. Like no one could look at me and be like, say that I was freaked out about classes. Um, so yeah, so that was the first block classes that I attended, which is 2 weeks. But then as I returned to work, because I'm an employee as well. So when I returned to work, I started getting more and more exhausted and like physically drained, mentally drained. I was just drained, and then getting more emotional as work also starts picking up and having to deal with assignments and all of those other things that comes with student life. But it was still it was okay. I was dealing with it basically. Then, just before the exam period started, and you should know this about me, like I'm kind of like the all you can do anything, like motivating other people and all of that. So it's not like I'm all like a downer and all of that. I'm actually very motivating towards others. But for me, just before the exam period, I feel like I had this mini breakdown where everything was just getting too much. My body was aching. It was just so all over. I didn't actually want to get out of bed. I couldn't sleep at night. I was stressing. It was really a terrible feeling, and terrible in the sense of I didn't feel it while I was studying at UNISA, which was it was a 4 year degree. I did it over 5 years, but it wasn't as it didn't have the, how can I say, like the impact. UNISA's 5 years of studying did not have the impact that UCT studying basically had impacted me in a matter of started February, so February, March, April, May, around about May. So that's like 4 months, which just broke me. Um, but yeah, so exams. I didn't want to go write my exams. I was not motivated at all. I was struggling like big time, struggling. But so my husband, he motivated me a bit, and then he said like I'ma just give it my all, which it wasn't really my all that I was giving in the exams. And tomorrow is actually, okay, I'm gonna get back to that, to exam results. But so in the exam period, I didn't give it my all. I was studying, but my mind wasn't really there. I was struggling to stay on par. Anyway, so also with that saying, I was a UNISA student, so I only graduated in June, which was literally, I wrote the first week of, I started the 1st of June, I wrote an exam. The 7th of June, I wrote my second exam. And then the 14th of June, I graduated at UNISA. And we went on a little vacation and it was amazing. It was so relaxing. It did my soul good. It did good for my soul. But so basically, the 1st of June, it was my first exam. The 7th of June, the second exam. The 14th of June, graduated. And then the 18th of June, block classes started again. So mentally, I had to, after going away on the little vacation, my mind was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go do it, get it over and done with. But oh my gosh, Monday I started with block classes and I was going through this emotional roller coaster again where it actually felt like my brain was shutting down. Like I was sitting in class and while the lecturer is talking, I understand what she was talking about because it's stuff that I've gone through in my undergrad, but the lectures weren't making sense to me. And then also, I started looking in the mirror, and guys, let's say this is how I looked, rosy cheeks, everything, and this is actually how I feel at the moment. Like I am stressing, I'm drinking more and more caffeine, I'm sitting with books around me, and I'm just stressing. And when I look in the mirror, this is basically what I see. No lies, these eyes. Like I took a picture of my eye or below my eye earlier, and I was disgusted in how I look, my appearance, and I know it's life basically. So because I am studying, I'm working, I'm married, so the household, and I have a daughter, so it's extremely hectic for me. And then yeah, so I'm going through this emotional roller coaster again where I'm like literally in the mornings I'm breaking down, I'm crying. As my husband drives me to class, I'm not a pleasant person. I'm so emotional. And then he was telling me like, you know that you told me in the exams I must just give it my all. So he's like, to get through classes, I just literally have to be in class. So it's basically just a matter of getting up, getting dressed, getting ready, going to class, sitting there, taking my notes, and not having to give it to all like I had to do in the exams. And he's like, 50% is all I need. And for me, it's like I want to give it my best. I'm not used to getting 50%. That's for me, that will be a fail. Like I'll feel like a failure basically. But anyway, so now I'm in class and I'm feeling so intimidated at least, yeah, because I just graduated a week ago. Basically today it's 1 week ago. I graduated a week ago and I'm sitting in a class where the students are professionals. They are supervisors, they are managers, they are professionals that's been in the profession for 20 odd years. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's not a nice feeling. I feel like, am I even supposed to be here? Like, what? Like, these people falling out of the program since we started in February. There's quite a few people that dropped out of the program already, and I'm like, maybe this is just not for me. Like, oh my gosh. And the crazy thing is that the workload of UCT compared to what I did in UNISA is incredibly easy. Like, I took 13 modules over a period of a year with UCT, with UNISA, excuse me. With UNISA, I took 13 modules over a period of 1 year, and it didn't even cause this roller coaster that I'm at the moment. And with UCT, I'm basically taking 5 modules for the year. 5 for the year. So the workload is not much compared to UNISA, but somehow I feel like I can't deal. Like, like I really can't deal. I'm actually just ready to just give up. Just really give up. I'm at that point where I really just want to give up and be done with it all. So yeah, but also the thing is like, so I've been in this program for about just over 5 months. So it's like the work and energy that I've given in for this past 5 months, so I just let that go to waste. Or basically I have 6 more months left. 6 more months left until I graduate. So it's like that struggle of, do you just give up or do you just continue? Like, what do you even do? Anyway, with that being said, so basically it's just, I'm really at this crossroads where it's like emotionally and physically, mentally, I am so drained. I am so drained. I didn't expect UCT study experience to be like this, but this is where I'm finding myself. So last picture, because I've been looking at this picture for too long now. Oh, this picture basically I also just took because it's, when you look from the outside at a university, and comparing it to when I was studying at UNISA last year, I would look at students last year and I'd be like, wow, I thought in my mind it was like, that was so easy over here. I'm just gonna come do my thing in 2018 and be done with it. But it's a struggle. It's a real struggle. And this is just like the tip of the iceberg. This is not even all the other things that I know students are struggling with. But this is just basically letting you know my experience as a student here at UCT. Yeah.